forest was thick with mist, a veil that swallowed sound and light alike. Lucy had wandered off the well-trodden path, lured by a whispering voice, barely audible amid the rustling leaves. She had always felt drawn to the woods, a pull that thrummed in her veins, like the heartbeat of the earth itself. But something was different today. As she pushed farther into the thicket, the atmosphere shifted, charged with an unnameable dread. The trees twisted overhead, their branches curling like gnarled fingers reaching for her. Shadows danced along the ground, flickering in and out of her view like restless spirits. Lucy called out, hoping to hear a familiar reply, but the only sound was the soft crunch of dead leaves beneath her feet. She shivered, a chill creeping down her spine that had nothing to do with the cool air. "Hello?" she ventured again, her voice sounding small in the suffocating silence. A faint echo met her ears, but it wasn't her own. The voice was too soft, too melodic, winding through the trees, coaxing her deeper into the woods. Against her better judgment, Lucy followed. The deeper she ventured, the thicker the mist became, wrapping around her like a shroud. She pressed on, the voice now a part of her, promising secrets if she would only come closer. Goosebumps erupted on her arms as she pressed through thorny underbrush, the thorns grasping at her clothes as if trying to hold her back. She paused for a moment, glancing back toward the path she had come from, but the way was gone, swallowed by the fog. Suddenly, the whisper grew clearer, more demanding. "Help me!" It was a plea, one that sent a jolt of urgency through her. Lucy quickened her pace, heart racing as she felt the thrum of something ancient and powerful pulsing in the earth beneath her feet. She stumbled into a small clearing, the fog swirling thickly around her, and in the center stood an old well, its stones slick with moss. The voice emanated from within its dark depths, resonant with sorrow. "Help me! Retrieve what was lost!" Lucy felt an inexplicable compulsion to approach, drawn by the promise of a truth concealed in the darkness. She peered over the edge, seeing only the abyss that lay below. "What do you need?" she called down, her voice a fragile thread against the overwhelming silence. "Your soul," the voice hissed, now laced with malice. "Give it to me, and I will set you free." Lucy staggered back, a scream clawing at her throat. The air in the clearing chilled, the fog coiling tighter, revealing shadowy figures that danced just beyond her line of sight, their faces obscured, their eyes glinting with feral anticipation. Panic surged through her as she turned to run, but the shadows were faster, closing the distance, cloaked in ethereal mist. They grasped at her, brushing against her skin like ice. "You cannot leave," one whispered, its breath foul and rotten. "Join us. Become one with the whispers of the woods." Lucy fought with all her strength, tearing through the mist, yet the trees seemed to shift, blocking her path, warping the world around her. Desperation clawed at her chest. She was trapped, ensnared by the very essence of the forest that had once drawn her in. In her struggle, she caught glimpses of faces in the shadows before her, lost souls, their mouths stretching into silent screams. Then, as if the forest itself recoiled from her fear, the shadows faded momentarily, revealing the well once more. The voice called again, seductive and terrifying. "It's your only chance. Save yourself." They promised her everything, the escape from despair, yet the truth lay thick in the air now. She was not the first. Lucy could feel it, the weight of countless souls entwined with her own, urging her to give in. Heart pounding, she took a step back, defiance igniting in her chest. No, she would not become another whisper in the woods. But as she turned away, the mist closed in again, swallowing her screams as the shadows surged around her. The last thing she heard was the echoing laughter that filled the forest, the cold grip of realization washing over her. Deep in the woods, she realized with horror that they were right. She would never leave. The voice was now her own, lost among the whispers.